The 3.0 update for Animal Crossing New Horizons will be here before you know it, and you better be ready. Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a few days since Nintendo surprised us with the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of New Horizons along with the 3.0 update. So we've had some time to let everything sink in, and now we know we're definitely not dreaming. It's time to prepare because you really don't want to miss out on stuff the day it launches. So today we're breaking down everything you should do before the 3.0 update is released so you can make the most of the update on day one. But first, please leave a like on the video and drop a hello in the comments. It really helps me out. And let's get straight into today's video. Now, the 3.0 update trailer for Animal Crossing New Horizons revealed a bunch of new content, new features, and of course a brand new facility in the form of the Resort Hotel. But before we get on to Kapp'n himself, we have a pretty obvious thing you should do to make sure your day one of the 3.0 update is super smooth and guarantees you can access everything. And that is of course having millions of bells saved up. No joke. Now, it's pretty obvious that most of the new content is actually obtained through hotel tickets, which are earned through donating furniture and decorating hotel rooms. But you will need a whole bunch of bells too, most likely millions, if you want to unlock everything. The obvious things are of course the LEGO collaboration items as well as the Zelda and Splatoon crossover items, which will be available from the Nook stop and all cost bells. But expanding your storage to 7,000 items and then 9,000 items is literally going to cost millions of bells too. The current max expansion costs like 1.2 million bells I think, so these are probably going to cost 2 or 3 million bells each. So yeah, given you can't save up hotel tickets right now, make sure you're farming and hoarding those bells ready for the 3.0 update. That way you'll be able to buy what you want and have a place to store them. Before we go any further, we should highlight the bare minimum for those restarting islands. Now, a large portion of this content update is based around Kapp'n and the dock or pier. So putting some of these smaller, more convenient preparations aside that we'll discuss shortly, your main priority right now to ensure you have done everything possible to be ready is of course unlock Kapp'n. Kapp'n is of course the center point for this update, and if he's not unlocked, well then a large portion of the 3.0 update won't be accessible to you on day one. Now, it's pretty simple to unlock Kapp'n, so as a quick reminder for those restarting islands or those who are new here, you need to essentially complete the story mode of New Horizons by upgrading resident services, getting a 3-star island, and enjoying KK Slider's first performance. After completing Project KK, Kapp'n will appear. I'd probably also recommend going as far as finding Brewster too, just to be sure he won't interfere in any way. Now, another big feature of the 3.0 update is of course crafting, and it's probably more important than you think. As seen in the trailer, a new furniture box can be found outside of the hotel. This furniture box is a new donation point where you can fulfill requests by crafting certain furniture items and donate them so Kapp'n can deliver them to far off locations. On the surface, this appears to be another way to earn the new hotel tickets, which is a new currency used to purchase items from the resort hotel itself. However, Tom Nook suggests using this feature is a way to promote the island, so there's a good chance this will be linked to some kind of hotel rating and how many villagers want to actually stay. This could then affect how much you unlock and what items are available to buy and so on. So the second thing you should do in preparation, which you're probably doing already, is hoard those crafting materials. Literally farm and store as many crafting materials as possible in advance, so when the time comes you can enjoy crafting things for Kapp'n to donate rather than spending your time chopping trees. Let me know in the comments if you already have a bunch of crafting materials saved up. Next up, a super tiny thing you should do in preparation for unlocking the Resort Hotel in the 3.0 update is to simply tidy your dock. It's probably not a big deal, but just to make sure you don't lose any items or somehow stop the process of unlocking the hotel and upgrading Kapp'n's dock, just clear everything away. Pick up all your items and designs that are on or around your dock and throw them into your storage. This is more of a precaution than anything else, but it's better to be safe. Now before we move on to some optional things that you might want to think about doing in preparation that will certainly make your life easier, there's something more important that will make the whole experience much more fun, and that is of course growing your catalogue. The focus point of the new hotel resort in the 3.0 update is of course to decorate hotel rooms for villagers, which will then no doubt unlock more rooms and items and allow you to progress and so on. So it's super important you have as many in-game items as possible so you can successfully do that. We already know the hotel rooms will offer default items, but we can use our own items too, and it's not known right now whether or not residents of the hotel will require specific items. So whilst you're hoarding crafting materials and saving bells, it's recommended to at the very least catalogue as much as possible too, in case you need them. Plus having more items will just make the whole resort hotel experience much more fun, which is the whole point. And just quickly, whilst we're talking about hoarding and cataloguing items, it's probably a good idea to learn as many DIY recipes too, especially if you've only just started your island. Next, we're going to discuss a couple of things you'll need in preparation of the 3.0 update, but fall under the optional category. Now, the 3.0 update is of course introducing 4 new villages, including Tulin and Minoru, the Legend of Zelda villagers, and Cici and Vici, the Splatoon villagers. To unlock these and order their crossover items from the Nook stop, you will need their Amiibo. Currently, it's expected that the Tulin and the Minoru Construct Amiibo will unlock the Zelda villagers, and that the Shiver and Fry Amiibo will unlock the Splatoon villagers. So naturally, if you're wanting to meet these new villagers as quickly as you can once the 3.0 update drops, you will need their Amiibo in advance. Right now, we don't know if other Amiibo will work too, like previous Splatoon Amiibos for example, so it's a bit of a grey area right now, but if you were looking to guarantee access to these villagers right away, you might consider getting the corresponding Amiibo in advance if that's something you wanted to do. Plus, we can invite villagers to the hotel directly, so it wouldn't hurt to have some Animal Crossing Amiibo to hand too, if you can. Another optional thing that you might consider before the 3.0 update launches is of course becoming a Nintendo Switch Online member and subscribing to Nintendo. Again, a surprising amount of the 3.0 update is actually locked behind NSO, so you will need an active subscription to enjoy the full benefit of the New Horizons 3.0 update. The biggest feature is Luna's Dream World and the multiple Slumber Islands. We covered this in my previous video, which I recommend checking out for the full details, but it turns out in order to access the multi-island feature, you will need an NSO membership. As far as we can tell, this is because the Slumber Islands are stored online to make it easier for friends to come and go. Furthermore, if for example you wanted to make use of the Nintendo console collaboration and access the in-game games, or even the camera feature where you can see friends' faces in-game, you'll also need a subscription. So again, if you wanted to ensure you have access to everything possible in the 3.0 update, you will need to be a member, unfortunately. This is something you could do like the day before though. Now before we get onto the final thing I highly recommend you do, just to ensure you can unlock the hotel as soon as possible, it's worth mentioning Nook Miles. Just like bells and crafting materials, it wouldn't hurt to hoard some Nook Miles too, just in case you need them. Naturally, Kapp'n will still take you to islands, and we still don't know how villagers arrive at the hotel, so it's a good idea to make sure you have plenty of Nook Miles available, just in case you need to spend some getting villagers or upgrading things in order to access the resort hotel. This one is a bit more of a precaution though, so you don't get any surprises on day one. And finally, as you know, you are going to want to get a 3-star island rating and then unlock Kapp'n so you've fully prepared, but as a bit of a bonus tip, I recommend going as far as trying to get a 5-star island too. I just can't shake the feeling that the hotel might not be available until we have a full island of residents and a 5-star rating. It would make sense from a progression point of view that Tom Nook would want to expand the facilities and invite even more villagers to the island only after it's peaked. So whilst a 3-star will likely be fine, I'd be tempted to push for a 5-star island before the 3.0 update drops just in case. That way you can fully enjoy the content of the 3.0 update no matter what. If you wanted a quick tip on how to get a 5-star island, just place mannequins everywhere. You can instantly clean them up by editing the design when you need to. If this video helped you, be sure to post materials in the comments just to let me know you did, and be sure to include what you're most looking forward to from the 3.0 update. I'd love to know. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.